Hello, and welcome to episode 4. I'm here in my base, hanging out with now 4 villagers, and today, the plan is to evict these villagers, because these villagers are getting on my nerves a little bit now, and seal up the little hole that they're coming out of. But once you've done that, I think what I'd like to do is I'd like to build a large smelting setup, because at the moment I've got all these random furnaces lying around, and it's a bit annoying having to smelt anything. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come down here. I think I've already decided where I'm going to put it. I'm going to put my furnace setup up there somewhere. What I'm going to do, I think, is I'm going to put like a platform coming out here, connecting up to this, and going into that wall in there like another tunnel, kind of like this, but up there. I didn't really want to put it in this direction. I kind of feel like this direction needs to be something quite serious and big, and I think a furnace array, and I'm also thinking like we could put some other stuff down there as well, is a little bit less important to go off to the side here. And I think it'll also kind of do something with this wall as well, because this wall is looking for quite bland, so at least if there's like another doorway up there, there's less wall for me to have to deal with up here. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to grab some cobblestone, and I'm going to deal with all those villagers hanging out in the hole that we looked at last time. Right, this is very loud, but I've covered up all the holes that I could find, so there shouldn't be any way they can come out of here, except potentially just glitching through, but you never know. So, next thing I need to do is just clear out the stragglers, and that'll be done. Right, so I've very politely asked all the stragglers around here to leave. Now I just need to get the ones that are in my little house. Okay, so the last villager has just been evicted. I was very kind about it. I didn't want to get into the bad books, especially the villagers down in the villager breeder, because it would ruin my trades. I was very kind about it. I just very politely asked them to leave, and they've gone. So that's all good. So that's quite good. I don't have to worry about that now. So, next thing we need to do, or the next project we're going to work on, is we're going to come down here into the main area of the base. Come down here. So, we're going to build the furnace array, sort of in that wall, sort of back there, so like a tunnel. But I'm going to build a platform to allow me to kind of get from the lifts. I'm going to have like another sort of entryway on the lift there over to there. So that's the first thing I'm going to do. I think I'm going to need some more dark oak, actually. I don't know if I've got enough. Yeah, I might need a bit more, maybe. I might have enough to do this stuff, but I might have to get a bit more first. I'll do that first. I don't have to worry about it later on, do I? So I'll do that first. Right, I've built the walkway. Oh, I'll get rid of that, because I think that helps. Yep, I've built the walkway. It's not quite finished yet, I don't think. I think it could do with a bit more. Maybe some fences up the top. I'm kind of just winging it as I go along. But it's starting to look good. I can now at least get up to the walkway now with the elevator here, which is quite nice. So the doorway is going to be here. It's going to be the exact same dimensions as the door below. And I think what I might do, I'm not quite sure, is I might have sort of like more beams going across, because what I've sort of done down there is I've kind of topped the doorway with that beam going all the way across there. I might do the same again, because I think it might break up this wall a little bit and make it look a bit more interesting. I don't know. I'll have to think about it as I build the doorway. Right, so I've put the beams in. I'm not 100% sure I like them, but I think they kind of look nice. They kind of add a bit more to the walls. You kind of divide those walls up a little bit more. I think there needs to be something else in here as well. I don't think this room is going to be done even once this is done. I think this room's going to need more to it. But I think this is certainly adding more to this room, making it look a bit more interesting. I think we can certainly fit something quite nice in here. Maybe we could do something interesting with stairs and glowstone. We'll have to have a think. Maybe also in these sections. I think those are exactly the same size, aren't they? Yeah, those are also the same size. So I'm going to carry on building some stuff. I think we need some more lights in here, to be perfectly honest. And I was thinking maybe some fences along there, kind of connecting from either side, and like a crisscross it with maybe some lanterns hanging down. I think that might look quite nice, quite interesting. It would sort of light up the center of the space a bit more. So I'm going to go grab some fences and see what that looks like. I think that looks pretty good, actually. I think it lights up the room quite nicely. It sort of stops this top half from being so dark. I mean, it was pretty dark in the middle there, but now that's really lit it up and it makes it look much better, I think. So I think just get a few more fences in there, and then it'll be time to start digging out the furnace room. Cool. In the exact same style as the rest of the base, I've done the transitioning section. Now I need to decide how far I'm going to dig. So, the redstone that I've already designed the redstone because it was a bit easier to do that in a redstone testing world. I spent a little while designing the redstone. So, the redstone I've done means that I want about 16 furnaces long, but I also need somewhere to put the input and output chests. So I'm going to have a think about exactly how deep I want it. So it's going to have to be at least 16 and then plus a bit extra. So I'll have to think about that as I'm digging it, and then I'll have to decide what I'm going to do on the other side once everything's in place. Anyway, let's get digging. Okay, so after that super quick time lapse, I've dug out everything I need to dig out to make this tunnel look nice and do it the way I want it to do. So, I think I just need to fill it in. I think it's the right length. I can always extend it if it's not. It won't be too difficult to extend it. So I'm going to stick in some walls, stick in some decoration, make it look nice, and then we'll worry about the furnace array after that. Okay, this is looking pretty good. I like this. This is really nice. I kind of discovered this as an idea. I thought this would look really good. I couldn't think of a way of lighting this tunnel. I thought, well, how about I put some fences up and put some lanterns down? And honestly, I really love it. I think it looks amazing, and I might have to do that down there and see if I can do it down in the storage room as well. It looks really good. Anyway, so what are we doing with these spaces? So I'm going to have the furnace array on this side, I think, and then maybe have like what's it called, the enchanting room maybe over here. I'll sort of mark that out. I'm thinking like maybe it doesn't need to be super massive, like 3 wide is enough, because obviously you have like the 3 wide space for the enchanting table itself, and then you can then have all the bookshelves around it, but I can put those in the walls. It look quite nice. And then on this side I measured it out to be 19, so I've got 2 blocks here, 2 wide space here on this side to put like input chests, input, output, that sort of stuff, fuel. And then all along here, it's going to be all the furnaces. So I need to get some furnaces. I have also realised I'm going to have to do some resource gathering, because I don't think I've got enough iron at the moment to for all the hoppers I'm going to need. Because I'm going to need at least 16 hoppers for the input, at least 16 hoppers for the fuel, and at least 16 hoppers for the output. And in my quick maths, that's about 48 hoppers. Yeah, 48 hoppers at a minimum. So I am definitely going to need a bit more iron. I don't think I have enough iron for that. Let me have a look. Let's do some more quick maths. No, I have about 2 iron per hopper at the moment, and you need 5, don't you? So I need a lot more iron, so I'm going to have to go resource gathering. And I'm also running low on dark oak, so I'm going to have to get some more of that. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to spend a bit of time down in the mine and see if I can find some more iron and some more everything. Really be quite nice. Get some more resources, bulk up my resource storage. It's always good. So, my pickaxe. I'm going to go mining for a bit, and I'm back in a bit. I just popped up to the surface to check on my sheep and cows and stuff, and there's another villager in my bed. Like, where are you coming from? How did you get here? And why are you in my bed? Like, I swear I must have blocked up all the holes out of the villager breeding thing. There's another one over there. There's 2. They must be escaping some other way. Maybe they're coming out of here. Maybe they're just kind of glitching and falling out. Let's watch these villagers. Let's see what happens. Nope, you just go straight down the hole. I don't understand. I have no idea. This is just crazy. Anyway, I'm going to leave those guys alone, and I'm going to have to try and figure that out. I thought I dealt with them all. Maybe I just missed them earlier. Maybe that's the problem. I just missed these 2. I didn't evict these ones, but I need to get mining. I'm going to go mining. I'll worry about that. It's going to give me a headache if I deal with these villagers too much. I'm going to go mining. I've just been mining, And I've just come to the realization that I haven't really spent enough time doing my villages in the event of catastrophic failure somewhere down in a mine. If I lose my pickaxe, and both my pickaxes, I don't have the enchanted books available for me to recover quickly, which is going to be a bit tedious. So I think I need to spend a bit more time at some point dealing with the villagers, getting more enchanted books, and getting that all sorted. There's so much lava down here. Why is there so much lava? I might go somewhere else. Anyway, I've also realised that actually something I might do after the not after the thing, after sorting out the smelting facility, the next thing I might do is an iron farm. I'm having to go mining for iron, and I need diamonds. I need quite a bit of iron, so it'd be really useful if in future I don't have to go mining. So that'll be the project after the furnace array, I think. So I'm gonna have to do some investigation, look into how we're going to do that, and then we can get to work on that a bit later. Okay, so I've just got back from my second little mining trip. Oh, I did a little bit of mining, came back because my inventory was full, and that's when I realised a crafting table massively increases the amount you can carry on a mining trip. Look at all this, because I'm able to convert the raw iron into a block of raw iron, I'm able to carry 4 stacks of iron ore in one inventory slot right there, which is fantastic. So I was able to carry a lot more, do a lot more mining than you would have been able to previously in one trip. So that's great. But I've got loads of stuff now. I've got way too much coal still. That's fine. I've got lots of raw copper, lots of raw gold, lots of raw iron. I found a few diamonds, got a bit of redstone. So it's pretty successful. It's looking pretty good now. Hopefully I should now have enough iron. So if I combine that with what I've already got, which is I've got about 4 stacks, that gives me about 8 stacks of iron, which should be actually more than enough, because I'm thinking 48 hoppers is about 4 stacks of iron, is under 4 stacks of iron. So I've got way too much now. I've got loads, so that's not a problem. So I'm going to go and smelt all this up. I've put the furnaces into the... Oh, I missed my hole. Hang on, let's go back down again. I missed my exit. I've put some furnaces into the furnace array where they're going to go now, and I've been using them. So I'm going to stick my ore into these furnaces. There's one thing I wanted to find out. Can you smelt a block of raw iron? No, you cannot. That's a shame. Well, I guess I'm going to have to do this very slowly and tediously using these furnaces, putting this ore in. Once this is all set up, at least now I'll just be able to throw everything into a chest. But anyway, I'm going to smelt this ore, and we can start getting work on the more complicated redstone in this. Just out in my dark oak forest, gathering some more wood, because I'm going to need a buttload of chests. And I thought I'd gather some leaves while I'm here. And this just never ceases to not be fun and satisfying. Just flying through these leaves. Here we go. Getting all these leaves. Oh, use up my shears. It's just so fun and satisfying. Okay, this is getting ridiculous now. There's a villager in my farm. And then if we come in here, there's now, how many? There's 1, 2, 3... 4, 5 villagers in here now. There's 6. There's more than there was before I evicted them. This is getting out. This is getting utterly ridiculous. I don't understand. I must be going mad. Like, I have no idea where these villagers are coming from. I've even had my camera account watching the this thing down here to see. I don't know where they're coming from. I must just miss them every time. Oh, this is just driving me up the wall. I'm going to have to not so politely ask these ones to leave at some point. But, oh man, I've just come back from gathering all that wood anyway. I've got loads of wood because obviously we need loads of chests, don't we, for our furnace array. But I think that should be everything now, and we can get to work on building it, which is quite nice. Those villagers. I'm just going to have to not think about those villagers. I'll deal with them later. I'm going to come back after doing this, and my little house is going to be completely filled with villagers. It's going to get ridiculous, isn't it? Oh, man. Right, I'm going to gather up materials, make some hoppers, and then we can get to work on getting this furnace array built. I'll just use the lift or just fall down rather than jumping across. I'm going to have to think about getting a better way down there. Because I don't want to use the lift. It's too slow. Or I just need feather falling and just jump off. It would be better. Anyway, enough rambling. Okay, so I've got all the redstone that I might need. Not actually that much redstone needed. It was mostly just need a lot of hoppers. So I've got all of that, and I've also dug out a space here for me to work with. I don't know if this is enough space, but it should at least keep me going for a little while. So, in terms of chests, I'm going to sort of stagger them like this, I think is what I've decided. So this is going to be the output chest, just because it makes the most sense with the hoppers coming in like this. And then I think it'll be the fuel chest in the middle here. And then what I might do is I'll have the input chest up like that. That should work fine, should be good. And then I'll have the fuel kind of coming in around this way or something, I guess. And maybe the input coming in over here to be loaded into minecarts, railed along here, and then dumped into the furnace. So I'm going to start getting the redstone built. I'm going to do the fuel one first, and then I'll show you sort of the idea that I had and how it works. It was quite cool, actually. I was quite surprised that I managed to. It's quite simple redstone, but it looks quite good. I don't know. I've never seen it used before, but I'm not going to claim that I came up with the idea. So we'll have a look. I'll show you once it's done. Okay, so I've built the redstone for this contraption now. It looks a little bit complicated, but it really is not that complicated. So the minecart starts over here. It starts on this little hilled powered rail, so it keeps it staying there. It comes down here. It passes along this track, which is very special. And then it picks up items. It picks up exactly 32 items from this chest. Moves down here, goes up and deposits them all through the furnaces, and then returns and does the loop. So what happens with the redstone over here is you've got a comparator that powers this. So if there's any items in this chest, it powers this rail so that the minecart will continue around on its loop. And it will also power this little circuit over here. What this circuit does is this circuit flashes on and off really fast. And it powers this rail on and off really fast, which has the peculiar effect of causing this minecart to move at a very slow, constant speed all the way along. So that means it has time to pick up exactly 32 items from this chest, which I think that's a really amazing coincidence, but it's great. So that's basically the most complicated part of the redstone is this bit. And this bit is just a pulse extender to ensure that this continues going once the chest is empty. So, let me give you a little demonstration. If I stick some coal in here, the minecart will head off. There we go. Look, it's moving off at a very slow pace, kind of very slowly. I say, yeah, it should pick up 32 items. It may pick up 31, depending on, obviously, like, server lag. And obviously, if there's less than 32 items in the chest, it'll just pick up what's there. So there it goes. Off it goes. There we go. It's deposited all of that stuff. There's, for some reason, some cobblestone in that hopper. Just check all these other hoppers. Actually, there's quite a lot of cobblestone in these hoppers. Glad I checked. And there we go. Now that it's run out of coal to deposit, it's stopped. It's really easy, really simple. Like, I was trying to design something that's like, you know, counts the number of items to put in it. But the fact that this puts in exactly 32 items is really useful. And it means I don't have to worry about it at all. So, that's that. I'm going to make sure that all these hoppers are clear. And then I'm going to repeat the process for the input chest, for the stuff that's not fuel, basically. And I'll probably have to build it somewhere over here. Going to have to give myself a little bit of room to work with. But that shouldn't be too difficult. Right, I'm going to continue with building. Okay, and with this minecart in place like that, there we go. That should, fingers crossed, should be everything done. This entire setup should be ready to go, actually, now. Now it's time for the most scary part. Is there fuel in this? There is some fuel in here. Now it's time for me to test this by sticking in some raw iron and see if it works. And we can also check to see if there's any areas. Oh, there goes the minecart. It's heading off. There we go. That's working. Fantastic. It won't be at max capacity on the first run because you have to wait for the stuff to get in the chest. I really, really tried to design a version that waits a little while, but that was overly complicated and it had some restrictions. Oh, okay, that didn't last long enough. That's weird. Okay, there we go. There's a bug that I need to fix. Maybe I just need to add. I'll just add a couple more comparators to this. That'll just solve that issue. Right, let's try that again. Right, if I get this. So close, so nearly there. It was just because it cut out right at the start, because there was only one item in here. The powered rail cut right at the start, like the last moment. There we go, that worked. Just one item in the furnace thing, that worked fine. And it's off, it comes back, here we go. And it's right in position. Fantastic. So hopefully if we come over to the output chest, we should see 15 iron ingots. Now that is a colossal waste of coal, but at the end of the day, there's a cat. There's a cat here. Why is there a cat here? How many villagers are upstairs now? I'm a bit worried. If there's a cat spawning... Oh my goodness. There's only 4 there. So there's not too bad. That certainly could be worse. There's 1 there. There's another 1 there. There's 6. There's still the 6 that were there before. Okay, I thought there was going to be lots more. Still strange that a cat has spawned in my furnace room. That's still very strange. Anyway, furnace room working now. That's working perfectly fine. Last thing we need to do is doubly make sure this entire area is lit up and tidy up this little section here so that we can't sort of see any of the redstone sins, I suppose. So I'm going to get some wood, tidy this up, and it'll be done. Okay, cool. So with the application of this glow squid, so I can read these signs better, that's a little bit hidden by the lantern, but it doesn't matter. It's not too big of a deal. I think it's time to give it a proper test now it's all in place. I'm going to stick all this coal into the system. I'm going to smelt some cobblestone, because why not? And then we just have to wait and see. Hopefully these furnaces will all light up very shortly. I can hear some minecarts moving. There we go. Furnaces are going. Look at that. Doesn't quite go all the way to the end on the first attempt, but I'm sure it will later on. Once it's got a bit more of the cobblestone. Here it comes. Here it comes again. I'm assuming. There we go. They're lit up as well. Fantastic. It appears to be working. So it's just going to wait and see to make sure everything comes out. And then we'll get on with something else. That's very strange. Where am I getting coal from? Why is coal coming out of the input chest? I'm going to have to investigate. That seems really strange. Ah, I see where I've gone wrong. I tried to hide the hopper a little bit at the back, but I accidentally put a hopper underneath another hopper. So that'll be the problem. Is that stopped? That's good. I can cross over the track safely now. That's where the problem is. If we get rid of this hopper, put this back to where it was originally, I wanted to make it look nice by putting the hopper at the back. I guess I can't do that because of this one. Oh well, I'll just have to live with it like this, I guess. I guess we'll have to just live with that. That's fine. That'll do. Maybe put some wood there. There we go. That'll do. Fantastic. Right, that should be fixed now. No more mysterious coal in the output chest. Come back over here. I stick this coal back in the fuel chest. So this will not be getting any fuel. No, it hasn't been getting any fuel. We should see that come back through again. And it looks like all the cobblestone, that's good. All the cobblestone has gone through. No problems at all. Fantastic. This is all working by the looks of it. And the coal is getting into there. Great. It's all working. Right, I'm going to go and have a look at iron farms. And I will see if I've got time to do that today. Well, it turns out... Oh, hello, Mr. Villager. Well, it turns out that actually... I don't think I have enough time to make an iron farm today because I've been quite a lot more chatty this episode than I have been the last few episodes. So I've kind of run out of time, but that will definitely be the job for next episode. But before we finish, we've got one last thing to do, which is get some lime dye and make this green. There we go, to show that it's done. It's another project ticked off the project wall. Fantastic. So, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.